Alright, so my name is Cricket, and what we like to do every week, for those y'all have never seen one of these before, is we got this thing called Project Inside Hope. And basically what we do is we get with people who've been to jail before and are now doing something different. Right now I can tell you that I have been to jail probably, it's close to 40 times. I want to say 36 times, but don't quote me on that. I've been to prison twice, and I've been suffering from the disease of addiction for the last 21 years. I got out August 28th, and I gave myself a chance this time, man. When I was in jail, I was in a drug program, like a lot of you guys are, or behavioral modification program, or whatever y'all call it there. But I did that, but this time, I've done it before. I've been to the RISE program, I've been to the McShin program at Monkey. Some of y'all recognize me, unfortunately. But for those of y'all that have been in those programs with me, you'll see, man, that I really like try to get into it, and I try to carry my weight, and I try to participate as much as possible, and I also try to help any way I can other people. Well, I got locked up. I got out February 7th, and I try to do things the way I always did them. I try to stay clean for a little while, and it worked for about 4 weeks, but see, I was doing it on my own, and I wasn't taking any suggestions from people who gotten clean and stayed clean before me. But what happened was I relapsed. I think it was like March 2nd I relapsed, and then of course I'm on probation, been there for 12 years, but my probation officer violated me. That was on April 8th. So from March 2nd to April 8th I was using like a madman, like I have for the past 2 decades. And what happened was I OD'd 3 times in that month. Well, I really technically OD'd 4 times, but wasn't nobody around, so I woke up from an OD. But so like when I got locked up, and I figured, you know, now's the time for me to do something different, man, because life ain't working for me the way I'm acting, the way I'm carrying myself. So I got into the McShin program at Monkey Regional Jail out in Hanover County, and I really buckled down, man. They say give yourself a break, Cricket. Give yourself a chance. Shut up, listen to suggestions, and try to apply some of the suggestions that you're given. And you know, I really sunk what few teeth I got left into this thing, man. And I read all the literature that I could have got my hands on. I got a sponsor. I started working steps, and you know, any kind of self-help book or anything like that, man, I was really into. And I did a lot of networking in jail. I shared a lot. I helped, you know, facilitate groups and stuff. I stepped up for leadership positions when they were available. And I'll tell you, man, you know, I caught a lot of crap behind it, you know. But the truth is, man, I didn't let that hinder me, man. I kept on doing what I was doing. And that was April 7th. I got locked up April 8th. I count as my clean date from substances and, you know, chemicals and anything to my body, anything that I put into my body to feel different than what I'm really designed to feel. But like, I didn't let it hinder me, man. I kept going. The people that had substantial clean time and out of jail time and all that, they kept telling me, look, man, just keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you're... So I did. I kept doing what I was doing, man. So as a result, I've been clean for like 8.5 months. I got out August 28th. I ain't been back. I went to court 2 weeks ago for another probation violation from April. And it's like, it was crazy because for the first time in my life they dismissed something. You know, and my lawyer, the only words I think he said was no. That's when the judge asked if he had any other evidence to offer. He said no. I didn't speak. I said yes, ma'am, I think, when she imposed her sentencing on me. And I took an advocate with me, you know, in the program that I'm in. And none of us really had to speak, man, because I had this paperwork there, man. It was like my monthly progress reports and letters from my probation officers and letters from the organization I'm in. I'm in the McShin Foundation. And it's like she read it, and she just kind of looked over her glasses at me, and she was like, Mr. Ronquist, she said, y'all, you asked us some things by this court, and you have far exceeded any expectations we could have put on you. You continue to do what you're doing, we're going to dismiss this case. So like, instead of sentencing me and resuspending my sentence, they just dismissed it, took it off the record, man. All right, so like I said, I've been out since August, and some things I've been doing. I go to different 12-step meetings. I'm a member of a couple different anonymous meetings, and I go to church, not every Sunday, but I do go to church. I have a relationship with a higher power. I call him God. I've called him different things, but God seems to work pretty good for me. I got about 150 numbers, good, clean recovery numbers in my contact list, man, and I utilize them often. I average, like, people that call me and people that I call, I average like 50 a day, and I average about 60 texts a day, you know, all like recovery related and, you know, new life related calls. You know, I don't call none of my dope, man. I don't call none of the people that I used to use with, man. And actually, it's crazy because, you know, some of those people that I use with, I've been friends for you know, 20 plus years. And I mean, I love some of them like brothers, but the thing is, man, they're still doing the old stuff, and I'm trying to do something new. So I'm not interested in what they're doing anymore, and they ain't trying to get on with what I'm doing either. So it works out pretty good. It sucks. It sucks having to stay away from old people, places, and things sometimes. But I can't even put in words the benefit of doing something different. I've got a job at a recovery community organization within a month and a half of me being out of jail. I manage a recovery house. Y'all will get a tour of that in a minute. The manager will be Jeremy. Y'all know Jeremy. He'll be here in a minute. He's gonna give us a little walkthrough. My probation officer, I got 2 probation officers, man. For the past 12 years, I've been having them like report to my POs like once a week on a good week, but a lot of times like twice a week that I have to report, because I just was using all the time, man, and lying about my levels and check my levels and all that stuff that we do. But like within a month, 2 months after me reporting to my POs and stuff out of jail, I've got a state probation officer and a local probation officer in Henrico. Like, my Henrico probation officer, man, just took me off probation, said he no longer needed to see me. And it was confusing. I didn't really understand what he meant, because it never happened to me before. But, you know, he like released me from supervision. So when I went to see my state probation officer, this was in October, she handed me my appointment card, and it said January 4th on it. So I told her before, I was, excuse me, ma'am, I think you meant to put like November 4th on it or something. And she said, what did I put on it? I said, you put January 4th. She said, that's exactly what I meant to put on it. So I say that, man, because it's crazy, you know, here I am, this guy, man. Like I said, a lot of y'all recognize me. I've been in there 1,000 times. But, you know, I've been ripping and running for 20 plus years, and been getting incarcerated for as long as I've been old enough to get incarcerated. And, you know, I'm out now, and I'm doing something different, man, and good things are happening for me, man. It's true. If anybody in y'all's group or program or whatever you're in right now, if anybody's telling y'all that if you do the next right thing, good things will happen for you, man, they being for real, man. I thought they were full of shit for many years, but I'm living the proof. The proof is right here, man. It's pretty cool, man. So look, so we do this every Sunday. And basically what we do is we try to just give y'all a shot of hope, man. And if we can do it, y'all can do it too. That's a fact, man. People told me that for years, and I felt hopeless and, you know, in despair and worthless. I didn't feel like I was worthy of a good life, you know, because I had screwed up so much for so long. But the truth is, man, I finally sat down and I gave myself a chance. They said, if we can do it, you can do it. And I got tired of hearing it, man, and I started putting some energy into that statement. And it's true, man. If they can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, y'all can do it. So that's our message for y'all, man. If we can do it, you can do it too. So we're gonna be giving y'all some snippets tonight, man. We're gonna do a little bit of filming here at this particular house, and we're gonna go to another one of the recovery houses in the area, and we're gonna get with some of the guys. Some of their faces y'all will recognize. They've been in the group setting that we do at the McShin Foundation on Dunbar Road. But I figured we change it up a little bit. You see Christmas lights in the back. I'd like to take y'all for a ride and show y'all some Christmas lights, but I don't know where none are at, to be honest with you. Maybe we'll see some when we're riding around. But all right, we'll see you in a minute. All right, so this y'all remember Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy?
What's going on, fellas?
Jeremy, where are we at, man?
We're at the McShin house at McShin, the biggest house they got, man.
What is it, like a recovery house?
It's a
or
recovery
what?
house. A lot of people coming out of jail and shit like that, like transitioning back into society, or you know, there's a lot of different types of people here, man.
And you live here?
I do live here. I'm the house manager here.
How long you been here?
I've been here since May 26th, the day I got out of jail. I came here.
So let me get this straight. You got out of jail, you came straight to a recovery house?
Came straight to a recovery house.
And you still in the recovery house?
Still here, man.
You still clean. You ain't in fucking
clean.
jail.
Love it, man.
All right, so look, like, will you show me around a little bit?
Come on, great.
All right, we're gonna go with y'all.
All right, this is the porch. This is where everybody smoke at. You know, I actually painted this porch. I ain't have rent for a week one time, and they said I can go on and paint the porch.
That was pretty cool. Jeremy also hung them lights right there, man. Y'all will see his tree in a minute.
'Tis the season. There's Pop right there. Say what's up, Pop.
Hey!
And say hi to the guys and girls in jail, man.
Well, I'm sorry you're there.
Well,
but I'm glad I'm here, experiencing great recovery.
You living in life, ain't you, buddy?
That's right.
That's
This is my
Dawn,
refuge
man.
right
Dawn,
here.
how long you been at this house?
Almost 2 months.
And you like it or what?
Oh, I love it.
You gotta like it, else you wouldn't be here, would you?
That's right.
Well, I would imagine so. All right, what you got going on here, man? Look,
This is the kitchen.
got a
man.
nice little
This is like
Christmas
MTV
tree.
Cribs type thing, man.
Yeah,
This is
we're
Sunny
doing.
Crib,
Jeremy's taking us on the
you know?
on the McCribs
This is the
tour.
big kitchen where everybody come in and eat and stuff like that, man.
That's pretty cool. I see y'all got what, 2 microwaves?
Yeah, like 3 refrigerators,
4.
man.
Got plenty of refrigerators, man.
Yeah, man.
So that's cool, man. How many people does this house hold?
23 people this house holds, including myself.
That's pretty big,
There's
man.
a bathroom over that way. That's the best bathroom in the house, I think.
I agree. So look, it's 23 guys in here trying to do something different, man. Do
23
y'all
guys,
get
man.
along pretty good? or what?
Everybody's cool, man. But a lot of people come and go, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the people who don't like it, they leave, you know?
What you got here, man? Some new furniture?
Say what's up, Molly Mike. It's Molly Mike. He's always
What's
on his
up?
laptop. How long you been here, Mike?
I've been here for over 6 months.
6 months. Wow. Must be something to this recovery house thing, man.
Yeah,
People
man.
coming and staying long like that.
It's definitely helping me keep clean.
I love it, man. Cool. You ain't going to jail today for nothing?
Not today.
Alright, cool. You get through the rest of the day. We'll talk about the rest of it tomorrow. What's up?
Hey,
What's your name, buddy?
Oh,
I'm Wade.
Cowboys fan.
Wade. Wade, you ever been in jail before?
I have.
You have? When was the last time you got out of jail? When was the last time you were in jail?
About 2001.
2001? What's that, 14 years ago? That way, you must be doing something right,
Hey,
man.
Wade been in some recovery. He got some recovery now.
Alright, good, man. Well, like, so back in the day when you used to get locked up, like, what are some things different that you're doing now?
Staying sober, staying clean. Part of a 12-step program, saved my life.
You know, I get that, man, because, like, I was telling the guys, man, I've been locked up like 36 times, man, been to prison twice. But every charge I've ever had was like based on drugs or alcohol in one way or another, whether it be stealing to get drugs,
Yeah.
failing a piss test for the probation officer, or having a possession charge or something like that, or drunk in public. That was my story, man. So it's like, for me and for you, what it seemed is that if we stay clean and sober, we don't go to jail.
Seems that way.
That's like 2 + 2 = 4, right?
Yeah.
It seems like simple math.
Yeah, they say that I have a physical allergy. It's like every time I drink, I wind up in handcuffs. It's like I'm allergic to, to it, and you know what I mean. It's like I don't remember quite how the saying goes. It's like I break out in handcuffs.
Ain't that a bitch?
I think is what they say. Having that allergy. So.
Well, this is pretty cool. You got, who you?
This is probably like a high school reunion right here for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you look familiar. I think I've seen you before.
This is Ryan Morgan right here. Half y'all behind them bars right there probably know who I am. Send my love to you.
You live here too?
I live here.
Recovery
No.
house work for you pretty good? It seems like the going rate, man. People in the recovery house
Hey,
really
man.
give it a try. It really works for them.
Recovery house is working. You know what I mean? We're still in the mix of fighting legal battles, but at the same time, I know that, look, I just picked this bad boy up today, matter of fact. Hey, about as long as I've been clean.
That's pretty cool,
That's
man.
60 days, fellas. 60 days.
60 days clean. That's
been
60 days. That's 60 days
I ain't
clean,
been home
man.
from prison for 6 months now, folks. You know what I'm saying, man? This shit's for the birds, man. Please listen to me. I came on Red Onion State Prison Penitentiary. Man, y'all ain't trying to spend the rest of y'all's life in there. Please listen to me, man.
Time to do something different, ain't it?
It's time to do something different, man. It's time to grow up, grow a set of nuts, and move on with your life.
So
The
like,
best thing I can say right there.
so like doing something different is worthwhile to you. You don't regret doing something different,
Not
right?
at all. Not
I
at
love
all.
it, man. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Tom got a pretty cool room too, man. Let me show him the room. This is one of the rooms at the recovery house here, McShin. That's pretty cool. This room's pretty cool. You'll luck up if you get this room in, but 3 beds in it, desk, nice little coat rack. They got their own bathroom over here. You don't need to look in there.
Hey, you
Probably
get that
not.
lucky, man. You know.
Outside door. It's pretty cool, man. Where you at, Jeremy? This is my room, but y'all don't want to see this, man, because it is, I will tell you right now, it's a mess. Oh, but look, I'll tell you what I do got, man. I got this brand new helmet right here, because I got a brand new moped today, man. Like I said, they told me if I do good things will happen for me. But I got me a brand new moped today. I didn't pay 1 penny for it. A friend of mine who supports me in my recovery and is proud of me for doing good and not breaking laws and having good relationship with my POs and all that. Bought me a brand new moped. I'll show y'all in a minute. Check this thing out, man. This is what we do nowadays, man. We smoke meat, not drugs. How about that? McShin slogan. Best barbecue and brisket you'll ever have. Alright, let's see if we can find Jeremy, get the rest of this tour. There he is. What are you watching? Football, Jeremy?
The Lions and Saints, man. Lions are a beast this year, man. They alright.
He said the Lions
Look at
are
the
beast this
Christmas
year.
tree,
Don't
man.
beat him up. Check this Christmas tree out. Jeremy manages this recovery house. Jeremy went in his own wallet and got a couple of the guys. They work together as a team. They went and picked this Christmas tree up, bought the ornaments, bought the lights, and decorated them. That's pretty cool, man. So y'all something like a family here then,
Yeah,
Jeremy.
man. Big community, man.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what is it? Is that your room?
Yeah, come on. Y'all can come see my room, man. How I live.
Is it a mess?
Nah, it's good. You got James in here eating ravioli and shit. I don't really like him eating
Oh
this shit.
man, y'all ever met this guy before? Yeah, he was in he was in our group a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
What you doing, James?
Man, I'm watching Workaholic,
Workaholics.
chilling, I'm hungry.
What are you
Nice
eating,
meal,
man?
Chinese food, ravioli in a can, cold.
All right, well,
Better
could be
than
worse,
that jail
man.
food y'all eating.
Yeah, it could be worse. Could be mystery meat or T-ham
that
Tuesday.
T-ham,
Or,
hot
Hey,
dog.
look, I'm about to put these fish in the tank.
oh, check this
Hey,
out.
look, I
Y'all like
bought some
this?
fish today, man. I fucking spent $10 on a fish. 3 fish, $30 on some stupid ass fish. But
Oh
I
my
did it.
God, how long you think they'll last,
I don't
Jeremy?
know, but they said I got 20 days and I can bring them back. And
Oh,
take
if they
them.
dive in 20 days,
Yeah,
you can
but
get
they
your
cool.
money.
They different colors and shit, man. They're like blue, purple,
Yeah.
and yellow. Let's see them go crazy. It's the color ones in there. There's a little pink one and a blue one and a red one.
That's pretty cool, man. That's a decent little hobby for real, man. Good, clean, healthy hobby. Jeremy ain't have to. Jeremy got his money, man. He ain't have to spend not a dime of it on no dope, no crack, no X, Y, or Z, man. This is what he wants to spend it on, things that amuse him, man. Things that make his room look nice. He wants to live good nowadays.
Watch the little fish, I guess, man.
That's
Just
pretty
got
good,
TV for
man.
Christmas. I'm pretty
Nice
excited
junk
about
too,
that.
man. Smart TV. We was in here last night trying to cast our smartphones onto him, man. You ever figured it out?
Nah, I didn't.
Me neither. But yeah, this is what's going on, man. This is what's happening here. Jeremy, you hung all them lights on the stairway too?
Yeah, did that. Brendan did all this stuff.
That's pretty cool, man. These guys in here living a new way, man. Clean. They got the little holiday spirit. That's pretty cool.
You showing the backyard? How big?
I ain't been out
you
there
tell them
yet.
about this house. This house is like the oldest house around here. This is an old Civil War hospital, like 1600s, 1700s type shit.
They say this house was built in the late 1700s, man.
They got human skeleton bones in the basement. They had a shaman come bless the house and shit before they bought it. That was pretty fucking cool.
That is pretty cool.
I don't
They do
really
have
wanna go
human
in nobody's
bones down there, but
room.
we're not gonna show y'all them. No, we don't go to nobody's room. I just want to kind of give the boys a look. Yeah, it's a 2-story house, man. It's all kind of little nooks and crannies here, man. But
Let's see if Ron in there. Show him one of the rooms. This a clean room. No, ain't nobody. Mike in here sleeping and shit. And
He don't wanna be
today's
on.
Zach's birthday. Zach, it's your birthday. You stay clean on your birthday, man?
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah.
You work today?
Yep.
Tired, man. That's what we do. We go to work, man. We come home, we go to sleep. We ain't out chasing substances and chemicals all night long. It's pretty cool, man.
Ain't stealing nobody's shit, stealing no Walmarts or nothing like that, returning shit.
Nope. Now, a friend of mine, man, got out of jail 3 weeks ago. He was out, no, 2 weeks ago. He was out for 6 days. Went to the Ashland Walmart and stole some shit. Guess where he's at now?
Where?
Jail.
I'm gonna get my jacket and go outside.
Yeah, come on, meet me outside, man. We're gonna walk outside, try to show y'all some of the yard out here, man. It's a pretty cool little place to be a recovery house, for real. I'll tell you, man. I think y'all like this. Some of you guys, man, ought to give yourself a chance, man. Come try this thing. Let's see what we got here. They got a nice shed out there. Oh yeah, let me show y'all the fruits of my labor. Yeah, it's brand new. It's nothing really.
Go ahead, Cricket.
Don't mention it.
Yeah.
That was a gift, man. That was a gift in recovery. Somebody seen me doing good, man, and wanted to help me get back and forth to work. There you go. Brand new bike, man. Brand new.
See a big ass yard. We got look.
Y'all can't really see, can you? But we'll walk over here. So we got a nice little fire pit back here.
There used to be a big ass pool down here, but they buried it. Like an in-ground, 10-foot in-ground pool.
We got a bunch of stuff needs burning now. See. Yeah, man. But look, you'll see chairs out here and stuff, man. We sit out here, we'll burn some stuff, you know, and just hang out here and shoot the shit, talk about some of the things that's going on in our life, man. And you know, we just network, communicate with each other and stuff. It's a pretty big house, man. Pretty big old house. Couple 100 years old. I ain't gonna take y'all to the garage.
See the pool table? We got a pool table.
Actually, I am gonna take you to the garage.
A little basketball court.
Y'all don't want to see that, man. Just so what we're trying to do here is let y'all know, man, that recovery life ain't boring. You know, see, a lot of us broke laws and used drugs and drank and all that for excitement. But I mean, we got a lot going on, don't we, Jeremy?
Yeah, man.
I mean, we don't sit around twiddling our thumbs,
I
man.
went back to school, man. I'm going back to school now. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
The Pell Grants, I got Pell Grants. They paying for it. I ain't come out of pocket not one bit, man.
So they pay you to go to school,
Yeah,
in
so
essence.
if any of y'all interested in going back to school, you can do it, man. Just get that Pell Grant.
This is pretty cool, man.
That's Tom.
Nice bike.
He comes out here and works on his bike.
That's Ryan Morgan's bike, the guy y'all just met. That's pretty cool in here, man. Pool table. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Electricity. And we hang out in here and stuff, man. Yeah, that's pretty cool, though. All right, well, Jeremy, look, I appreciate you giving us a tour of the place,
Yes, sir,
man. That's
man.
pretty cool, bro.
Hopefully I'll see some of y'all guys when y'all come home, man.
You will. They'll be here, man. This thing is attractive, man. It got us here, you know.
Yeah.
We saw somebody doing something different. We wanted to see what it was like. We wanted to experience it too. So, you know, the truth is, some of these guys that's watching this thing, they'll want to give it a try too. Jeremy, I'm gonna cut this camera off, but I want you to give me a feelings check real quick before I do. You ain't gotta give me no focus because we ain't in class. But give me a feelings check for the day.
Man, I feel humble. I feel grateful. I feel alive, man. I felt dead for a long time, man. I feel alive today, man. I'm grateful to be here.
Good, man.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. All right, so we're at another recovery house, man. This one's called the Chamberlain House. If you ain't figured it out yet, it's on Chamberlain Avenue. This property is also run by McShin Foundation, your #1 leading recovery community organization. Pretty much on the East Coast, really, probably more than that. Really, it saved my life. Well, these two guys here, Alex, you don't live here. You live at the other one we just left, right?
Yes.
Jonathan, you live here?
Yes, sir.
Are you gonna play with your phone or you gonna talk? These guys, you gonna make these guys jealous. They don't got no phones where they at, man. Global Tel-Link does not let you do text messages or Facebook or nothing like that. So,
Exactly right.
all right, so we're gonna try to respect our audience. Well, what's going on, man? This is the house you live in, Jonathan?
Yep.
What's it like here? You don't know what it's like here? You live here?
No, it's a whole lot better than being in there. Yeah,
That's a nice looking house. I know that.
it's definitely a whole lot better.
I like it, man. I like it. How long you been here, Jonathan?
Since November 27th.
November 27th, so like 3.5 weeks, almost a month.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You said you got out in June, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then you came here November what? 27th?
Yeah.
Because you were tired of trying to struggle out there on your own, trying to stay on the right path.
Yeah. I was on the wrong path.
Right. You was struggling to try to stay on the right path. You ended up finding yourself back on the wrong path, and like you just snapped out of it and said, man, fuck, I need help, man. I can't do this on my own.
Yeah.
So you came here, man, and they put you up in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They actually kind of helped you get in here because it was like an entry fee and stuff, and you didn't really have all of the necessary funds, but it kind of like...
Yeah, they worked out a payment deal with
That's
me.
pretty cool, on it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think that's pretty cool, man.
It's better than $270, $280 a week in a rinky-dink Broadway Inn.
It sure is, not to mention that, but you know, you at the rinky-dink
A month.
town motel or wherever you at, you know, it ain't no life there, man. It's stress. It's just miserable, man. You worry about where your next hit's coming from, and oh shit, here come the cops, and they here for me. Fuck that. Who wants to live that life anymore, man? You know, so you found yourself in the right place, man. This is definitely the right place. You know, and I'm sure people like offer you suggestions and stuff on how to live a new life and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the time.
Like probably non-stop, right?
Yeah.
I know I offer you a lot of suggestions.
Yeah,
And,
most definitely.
and I noticed something that's about you too, man. As you start, like, I find you starting to follow some of the suggestions more and more the longer you've been around here.
Yeah.
3.5 weeks. You've only been here 3.5 weeks, and it's like it's getting easier for you to humble yourself and follow suggestions.
Yeah, it definitely is getting easier from when I first come in. It's still hard though, I'm not gonna lie. It's still hard.
Of course it's hard. Life is real, man. We're not playing Candyland or the game of life, man. This shit is real. This is not a game, man. This is not a game. If it was, the game would have been over for us, because we lose. When we play games, we lose always, right? Because we end up in jail, prisons, drug programs, behavioral modification programs, running from the PO, and all that mess. You know, so like something attracted you to this whole like recovery house thing that you're doing now. What was it? Do you remember what attracted you to it? This is really not rocket science, John.
I know. I got a lot on my mind right now. I don't know. Put it simply, like, tired of living in the dark all the time. And I don't know. Once you come into a few meetings and see how everybody's, you know, granted not everybody's running around happy-go-lucky, but there's more people happy than they are fucked up.
Right. Well, that's attractive, man.
Yeah.
When I'm out there and I'm ripping and running, I'm living a miserable life, and I'm hopeless and I'm desperate and I'm ashamed and I'm feeling guilty and remorse and embarrassed about the way I'm living and the immoral, illegal things I do, man, I'll tell you, it's miserable, man. So when I see a bunch of other people that I know, that I have seen do bad, and now they're doing good, it like attracts me to maybe the possibility that maybe I can do it too. Is that something like what you experienced?
Yeah, exactly. Just your example.
Well, I like it, man. You working?
Mm-hmm.
You work pretty hard, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, landscaping, it's not too bad.
You getting good hours though, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Do you think that helps you stay clean? You working, staying busy? Or do you think you could stay clean and out of jail if you just sat around all day bored, twiddling your thumb, watching TV, and daydreaming and all that shit? It ain't healthy for people like us, is it?
I gotta stay moving.
You gotta stay moving, man.
Yeah.
You ever heard this phrase before? Go slow so you can go some more.
No,
you ain't never heard that one?
I just heard that just now. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
you know, basically, you've heard it. You just ain't heard it said like that. You heard people say, keep it simple, take it easy, one foot in front of the other. You heard them before, probably a million times in your life.
Yeah, and shine the light on your feet, not all the way down the road.
Right. So, like, go slow so you can go some more. That pretty much makes sense, man. 'Cause if you take your time, man, you won't trick yourself up.
Yeah, all them old heads in jail telling you to take your time. It's real.
And you've been having this like inner struggle, man, where you want, like you're wanting, like you wonder when your reward is coming, you know, for doing like good and stuff like that. And people keep telling you that it's coming. You just gotta be patient.
Yeah.
So that go slow, so you can go some more. Like really applies to you right now.
Oh yeah.
But it makes sense though, right? You go slow so you can go some more. All right, so you take your time, man. It'll come in due time. Well, I appreciate it, John. You got anything you want to say to the guys and girls still in jail? Anything else? No hope and dope? Anything?
Yeah, no hope and dope. Hold your head, man. It'll get better when you get out. You just gotta stick to it.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. Alex, where'd you go? Alex, where are you? Come to us, Alex.
What do you want to know?
Stop right there. I love it. So Alex, you said you at the other house we just left, right?
Yeah.
How long you been there?
About 2 months.
About 2 months?
Yeah.
How did you hear about that place? Cause you're not from around here, right?
No, I'm originally from Indianapolis. You know, just heard about it through kind of recovery networks and stuff. Kind of hard to explain that, but
the truth is though that you did hear about this
Yeah,
place, man. Something attracted you to it. So you came all the way from fucking Indiana to Richmond, Virginia, man, to check out the McShin Foundation and the movement that we got going on down here. All right, so you're in a recovery house. Now, these guys, man, we do this every week. We film some people that's been to jail before now out doing something different. You've been to jail before, right?
Yeah.
All right, jail sucks, don't it? Do we agree on that? Is that something we can agree on, right?
Yes.
All right. So, like, now you're not in jail, so you must be doing something different. And you ain't got to tell us everything that you're doing different, man, but, like...
Following suggestions, following the program, listening to what other people tell me. Take one day at a time, easy does it. I mean, all the slogans that you hear in there, so...
So, like, all them little cliche slogans or whatever you want to call them, man, everything that you hear to keep it simple, one day at a time, take it easy, all those, you actually applying them in your life. You hear that, Jonathan? Well, he's been here a little longer than you, man, so it's easier for him to apply them principles, man. You'll get it, buddy, man. You're doing real good. For those y'all that don't know Jonathan, and a lot of y'all do know him, but for those y'all that don't know him, Jonathan's come a long way in a little bit of time, man. He's gonna do good. He's gotta hang in there. So Alex, you looking for a job, right?
Yeah.
What kind of work you do?
I got experience with forklifts, kind of the industry of that nature. Yeah, and I mean, you just go out and apply. Go and try and get a job, not the job, a job.
I love it. You hear that? Get a job, and while you're waiting on the job.
Until an opportunity presents itself.
So you pretty much willing to, you know, do anything, just work, get some kind of income coming in.
Yeah.
But like, is your main motive like to go to work so you can stay busy, so that you can? Because a lot of times, man, people like us, man, you know, we'll get up in our heads, and if y'all ain't never heard this before, which those of y'all in the McShin program and Pamunkey, those of y'all in the RISE program, I know for a fact in the RISE program in New Kent Jail, y'all have heard this, man, that we are our own worst enemies. And when we're in our head, we are in bad company. And y'all have heard this one too. Our best thinking got us here. So, you know, it's good like to stay active and involved, man, and get your network of people and hang around people that's doing the things that you want to do. And, you know, because idle time is the devil's workshop, so we don't like to sit around and just do nothing, right?
Right.
All right, so is any like brief little thing you want to say to the guys and girls still in jail?
Keep your head up, keep moving forward, take it easy, one day at a time, follow the program.
Look, let me ask you something.
Steps.
Let me ask you this, Alex. That at one point in your life, sometime before 2 months ago, and maybe even since then, but this is a realistic question. Have you ever felt like hopeless, like you didn't think you was never gonna get yourself together?
Yes.
But now that's different, man. Now you actually see there's a light at the end of the tunnel and you're headed towards it. That feel good or what?
It does.
That's pretty cool. So the message we're sending these guys and girls in jail is that if we can do it, they can do it too, right?
Exactly.
All right, well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. All right, so we got Matt. Matt, right?
Hello, yeah, it's Matt.
All right, so what we're doing, man, you know, you've heard of the reentry group I do called Project Inside Hope for the guys that's been to jail and stuff. Well, anyway, we're taking them on tours this week of recovery houses in the area, namely the ones in the McShin program. But you've got recovery house experience, right?
Yeah.
So how long have you been in a recovery house setting?
Right now, it's been 114 days. I spent the first 60 to 70 days in the entry-level house.
Tell me about that. How was that?
It was great. I feel like that setting for me, having been around, 12, 13 guys all day, every day, building a foundation for my recovery, being able to feel like I was part of something was helpful. It's challenging at sometimes, but that also helped me build a few of the tools that I use now on a day-to-day basis to try and get myself back out there.
All right, so that particular house you were in, you called it an entry-level house. That house, like, they don't have TV, if I understand correctly, and I think you have to earn your phone back.
Correct. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get your phone privileges?
It was about 14 days before I got my phone back. I can say it was kind of nice to not have the stress of, we're all, in love with our phones these days. So it's kind of nice to have that experience and just be able to separate, take a break from, pretty much everybody and everything. There were a lot of rules at that house, which I think is really important to early recovery, is to have some structure, to be held accountable for your time and for what you're doing and where you're going. So that was also helpful there.
They call that house the Smith House, right?
Correct.
That's a McShin property, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. So, and then shortly thereafter, you earned your driving privileges back, right?
Right. Yeah. After about 35 days at the Smith House, I had secured a part-time job. I was doing some side work here and there, and it was pretty important for me to be able to get back and forth to that job. And I also was able to get guys back and forth from the house to the meetings and the groups every day. So that took about 35 days before I got my driving privileges and car back.
All right. So then, from your entry-level house, where did you go from there?
I went to a step-up house called McShin. It's a larger house, more guys, but more space, a lot more freedom, I would say. Basically, at the McShin house, there's TV, there's a lot of guys, there's just more things to do. And you get a little bit more time to kind of just interact on your own time with some of the other people in recovery, which is nice.
How long did you stay there?
I was at the McShin house for a little over 2 weeks. Another opportunity came up for me to be able to move into yet another step-up residence that McShin has. It's one of the townhouses. From there, McShin was a good experience because, again, it forced me to, be comfortable living with over 20 guys in one house. So from there, I got to move into a real comfortable townhouse, which is me and 3 other guys that are in recovery now. And that's been great ever since. I mean, we've got TV, cable, internet. It's 2 guys per bedroom instead of 4 guys per bedroom. So it's just comfortable. It's nice to be in a place that you can almost feel like it's your own.
That's pretty sweet, man. So total, how long did you say total time you've had in a recovery community organization?
114 days today.
114 days, man. So just under 4 months, right?
Yep.
Just under 4 months, you've gone from an entry-level house where it was kind of had quite much structure. Yeah, it's kind of strict little house. You didn't have no phone at first. You didn't have driving privileges.
No TV,
you couldn't work at first. There was no TV in the house.
Yep.
Within a matter of weeks, basically, they moved you to a step-up house. McShin, we took the guys on McShin tour last night. And so they moved you up there. And then from there, a matter of days after you got there, they moved you up to an apartment, man. It was just you and 3 other guys, man. That's pretty cool.
So nice.
So, would you say it's a safe assumption to say that, when we do good and we do the next right thing, the good stuff happens for us?
That is the number one thing I would say. Just do the next right thing. Try and set an example for the next guy. I mean, if you've got, a week clean, the guy that's only got a day clean, you're an example for him. If you do the right thing and just try and focus on your recovery and helping other people in recovery, you will be rewarded. It's just they say that more will be revealed, and it comes true every day. So for me, yeah, basically just do the next right thing, do what's asked of you, take suggestions, and these things will happen.
So at some point in your life, you realized that life was starting to get a little unmanageable, and you decided to come to a recovery house. What was like the attracting driving force to get you to a recovery house? What was it that you heard about recovery houses or something? What got you here?
For me, I think the most attractive thing, as you put it, would have been the peer-to-peer thing. I've always been skeptical of doctors and hospitals and things like that. So the idea of living in a house with other people who were going through the same thing that I was, or had been through the same thing and had some experience in how to get better, that was very important to me, to come to a place where I knew that, so long as I do what they did, that I could have what they have.
Sweet,
and
man.
So far, that's been true for me. So
that's awesome. So it's kind of cool, man, being in a recovery house and a recovery community organization, because, like you said, that peer-to-peer thing, man, it's nothing compares to it, man. For a lot of us that participate in this group, and a lot of us that watch these films in jail, a lot of us agree, man. We've tried doctors, and we've tried psychiatrists, we've tried medicating, we've tried isolating, we've tried manipulating, we've tried all kind of stuff, man, but nothing that seems to work for us thus far, man.
That's right.
But it's like a general consensus that everybody that I've talked to that is now in a recovery house setting or a recovery community organization such as McShin, they're clean for the first time in their lives. And not only clean, but they're at peace, kind of.
Yeah.
And they're happy and they're productive. They're working. They're paying child support. They're able to buy gifts for the families this year. Right. So it's pretty cool. So, like, you agree with those statements?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sweet.
My best advice is give it a chance, man. They say that your misery is always refundable, and if you're not happy here, I don't think you can be happy anywhere, because this has saved my life. It's been the best experience that I've ever had. It's my first go around in recovery, so I can't speak on other places, but I know that this definitely saved my life. Yeah. All the experiences that I've had here have been learning experiences. I've been able to help other people while helping myself, and that's important to me.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, Matt. Tell the guys and girls bye.
To see you guys.
All right, what's up, man?
How are you doing?
Hey, who are you?
I'm Nick.
Nick, you the one that runs the camera for us sometimes.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. So for those of y'all that don't recognize Nick, man, he's the one that's always willing to help us operate the camera and stuff when we're doing a regular group setting format upstairs. Nick, you got recovery house experience, right?
I do.
How long have you been in a recovery house setting?
I've been in this recovery house setting now going on a little over 4 months.
A little over 4 months. All right. And you've been to a couple of different houses in this organization, right?
Yes.
All right. So, like, how did that start? Like, where did you start?
Started out in Smith House, which was the intensive. Did 28 days in there. Got moved over to kind of like a step-up transition house. Was there for about a month and a half. Just got the opportunity a little over a month ago to move into a step-up townhouse with 3 other people. Sweet.
All right. So, like, that intensive house, the Smith House that we're talking about, Matt just was talking about it a minute ago. And, like, we understand, those of us that are watching this film, we understand that they don't allow your cell phones at first, and no driving privileges, no work, and there's no TV in the house, no internet, and so on. How was that experience for you?
I was okay with it at first. It allowed me to really focus on myself, get away from, some outside distractions.
That's kind of like frustrating though, because you want to get on Facebook and you want to be able to call your people when you want to.
Yeah,
you just want to watch TV sometimes.
Yeah, that was, like a little tough, like the, first or second day, trying to get used to, like, not reaching for my phone in my pocket or anything like that, but it was nice then for a couple days to, like, get through detoxing and not worry about what's going on and just, kind of focus on myself. But it was definitely nice to get it back.
So looking back, would you say having to earn those privileges back was a valuable tool in building the foundation of recovery?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, cool. So how long were you at Smith House before they moved you up to McShin?
It was like between like 26, 28 days.
Yeah, it wasn't long. I remember that.
Yeah, they moved me over, a couple days early because there were some new guys coming in, so to free up some bed space.
So, like, when that happens at the Smith House, like when y'all at max capacity and we get new intensive clients in, those that need that extra structure in the beginning, like they'll go through like the list of people in the house, and they'll kind of like they'll check like progress and see who is doing like the best and who they think is capable of moving to a house where there's more freedom.
Right.
And they chose you out of what, 15 people, 13 people?
There were at that point 10 of us.
That's pretty cool,
so
man.
There were a couple guys that had been there a little bit longer than I had, but you know, they chose to kind of hold those guys back.
I remember that.
You know, part of it because a couple of them were older guys, so to maybe help some of these younger guys coming in. But
well, that's pretty good though. That stands for something, man. They moved you that soon, man, and they could have picked any one of those other guys. They picked you. That's pretty cool. So, like McSunny life, that's what we call it around there. How was that for you?
It was an experience. You know, it was good to be able to, you know, bond with some of the guys. You know, form some good relationships. At times, you know, it was a little hectic when you got, you know, 25 guys in a house, but, you know, I feel like for the most part, we had a good group of guys, and, you know, everyone was definitely there for each other for support, and, you know, that's definitely a big thing, you know, at least for me in early recovery. You know, it's hard to isolate, you know, things like that when you got that many people. You got people to hold you accountable. And then, you know, I was able to get my car pretty early on, so then I was able to, you know, do some service work, taking guys to meetings, taking them to the probation office, you know.
How does that make you feel, like being able to help other people instead of being selfish and thinking about yourself all the time, man? I know you're like one of the most selfless guys around here. In fact, it wasn't 5 minutes ago that a newcomer was asking for permission to do something, and you jumped right on it for free. You jumped right on it, willing to go with this guy out of town, let him stay at your parents' house and all kind of other stuff. That's pretty cool. That's what we call selflessness, man. And that's the exact opposite of self-centeredness and selfishness that we all, with the disease of addiction, suffer with. So, I mean, that's got to feel pretty good to be different now, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to be able to, you know, step outside of myself and not, you know, maybe focus on my issues and, you know, be able to step up to the plate and help someone else.
All right, so look, like when you moved from Smith House to McSunny House, you're going from 10 guys with no TV, no loud music or nothing like that, and then you move all of a sudden into this mini mansion. Really is basically what it is, with 25 guys in there, you and 24 other guys, man. That's a lot of activity around there. But I noticed when you were there, you still like continued to progress and you improved, man. It was like, you know, this organization could really see you chasing, like they say, chasing recovery, like you chased your addictions. And that's pretty cool, man. But like I've interviewed a couple other McSunny guys, and they talk about like the benefits of having that many people around there. Is one, you said, like accountability, but two, it's like the general consensus is like it's one big family over there, man. Like it's like a clean frat house. You agree with that?
Absolutely.
So it's like y'all, like it's like a brotherhood in there for real, man.
And it definitely, you know, it makes you practice your program at the same time of, you know, sometimes principles before personalities, but...
Right, so you gotta like be humble and stuff. You gotta practice humility and acceptance and all kind of other stuff, man, in a setting like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. How long were you at McSunny before they moved you?
Was there maybe like a month and a half, going on maybe almost 2 months.
Yeah, it was under 2 months. I remember it was under 2 months. So then they got this townhouse, and out of 68 participants in the organization you're in, they chose 4 people to move in there as kind of like a pilot program to see, you know, how it was going to work. And again, out of 68 people, they chose you as one of the 4. That's pretty cool, Nick, for real. I mean, you think so or what?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was definitely good to, you know, be able to see that, you know, just doing the right thing for the right reason, you know, you kind of get rewarded for it, but at the same time, like, I don't want to let any of that go to my head, because when I do that is maybe when I'll start slipping in my program a little bit. So, you know, I'm just looking at it as more of like a privilege that, you know, I was able to do that, but it's also, you know, we do like the shadow program. So we just got a young kid moved in, 18 years old, you know, he's sleeping on one of our couches, and it's been a little bit of a process, but, you know, that's allowing me to, you know, kind of help give some information to this kid and, you know, be able to help him out, which in turn, you know, is going to help me in my recovery.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's more that selflessness stuff kicking in. But that program that you're a part of, man, like one of their things is that you can only keep what you have by giving it away, right?
Absolutely.
And what you got right now is a good, solid foundation in recovery. And like I said, they tell us, man, that we can only keep that if we spread it, if we spread that hope, man. So that's good, man. You're doing a lot of selfless acts. You're helping as much as you can. All right, so like overall, your general opinion on the whole, like peer-to-peer based recovery support system, recovery houses in general, what is like your basic opinion on it?
It's been one of the best things I've experienced. You know, this isn't my first go around in a treatment facility. You know, I've lived in an Oxford house before, but you know, it seems like everyone, you know, has been here that I've, you know, come in contact with, you know, for the right reason, a lot of accountability, and it really is like one big family. And that's definitely helped because I'm not originally from this area, but, you know, I chose to make Richmond my new home, and, you know, it truly feels like that.
So you don't regret the decision to come to a recovery house at all?
Absolutely not.
You don't never lay in bed and I say, man, damn, why in the hell did I come here? Why did I do this?
I mean, the first couple days, yeah, but I mean, now it's like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Awesome, man. All right, say bye to the guys and girls in jail.
Take it easy, guys. Happy holidays.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's your name?
Ross Montgomery.
All right, well, these guys and girls that ain't never seen you before, they don't know who you are, so that's why I asked you to introduce yourself. Okay. You ever been to jail?
Yes.
When was the last time?
I just got out yesterday.
Just got out yesterday. So, like, when you got out, what was, like, your first... Because you tired of going to jail, right? You how old? 24, right?
24.
You been to jail before? Is this your first time?
I've been about 6 times.
6 times at a young age. That's cool, though. We don't judge you for that. In fact, a lot of us can relate to that. By the time I was your age, I had been at least that many times, too. All right, so look, I'm assuming you probably, like the rest of us, we're getting tired of going to jail and shit.
Yes.
All right, so you want to do something different, right?
Definitely.
All right, so when you got out this time, what is something different that you did? Like, what was like one of the first things that you did that you could try to improve your life?
When I first got out, instead of going home, meeting up with the same people, I just kind of went home, grabbed some stuff, and came to McShin.
McShin, and that's like a recovery community organization.
Yes.
All right, so what you're telling us is that your first day out of jail, you moved into a recovery house.
Yes.
In fact, you moved to the McShoney house.
Yes.
That's a pretty cool little place, isn't it?
It is. It's awesome.
How's that? You like it so far, or what?
I like it a lot. It seems like it's going to be a good place.
What is the best thing you like about it so far?
Well, just the group of guys seem like they got their head on their shoulders. They're trying to do the right thing, which is a good thing because other places that I've been, the people that were there weren't really trying to do the right thing, just kind of doing time, I guess you could say. And these guys that I've talked to, they're real welcoming, warming, you know, encouraging. So they make me feel like if they can do it, then I can do it.
So, like, they kind of showed you love when you came in, right?
Yes.
They introduced themselves to you. As they've met you, they've introduced themselves to you, man, and welcomed you into the house.
Yes.
That's pretty cool, man. That makes shit like that makes somebody want to stay, you know?
It does.
If you probably would have came in the house and everybody would have turned their nose up at you and, you know, acted like a stick in the mud, you probably would have had a different opinion since last night.
I probably wouldn't have wanted to be there.
That's pretty cool. All right, so like we like to ask this when people first come to like recovery houses. It's like, what do you have like a goal as to how long you think you might stay in a recovery house?
A goal, I'd like to stay there as long as it takes. Probably for a while, because I've been clean before, so just as long as it takes, really.
That's the perfect answer, man. That shows you got a desire to do something different. That's awesome. All right, so like briefly, like overall, like so your opinion so far after 24 hours so far, you got a pretty good opinion of the recovery house setting?
Yes.
All right, so well, that's awesome, man. All right, well look, in case you don't know, man, every week we do a weekly filming. We normally do a group setting, and it's for guys like you and me, and you know, people that have been to jail that's now out and trying to do something different. And basically we meet every week, man, so that we can film this and burn DVDs and send them into the area jail, especially the ones that's got like drug and behavioral modification programs and stuff. And like the message that we're trying to send is if we can do it, you can do it too. So that's pretty cool, man. You was willing to come in here and say a few words, man. Having only been here for one day. But I admire that, man, for real. You probably gonna go places. All right, so like real quick, man, before we cut the camera off, you got anything that you might want to say, you know, like a little real quick little shot of hope to the guys and girls in jail that just don't believe in themselves. They ain't got no hope. They're feeling despair, guilt from all the bad decisions they made. You got anything that you want to say briefly to them?
Yeah, basically, it gets to a point to where you almost have to get mad at your addiction and just put your foot down and just do it. It works if you work it, and your life is more important than anything, and you need to worry about yourself and your recovery before anything in your life. And when you do that, then the other things in life will come to you after that.
Thank you, Ross. That's perfect. Say bye to the guys and girls.
Bye.
Alright, so you got to see one of the recovery houses in the area, and you got to meet a couple of the guys that live in recovery houses or have lived in recovery houses before. I think that was pretty cool, man. You know, I basically did that because we want you guys to see that there's, you know, that there's a life outside of jail, man. We do something different, and it's really not as boring as what we think it is, man. It's actually pretty cool. We get to go to bed at night feeling good about the productiveness that we are experiencing. You know, we feel good about being clean. It's like a general consensus that none of us regret making a decision to come to a recovery house or regret making a decision to do something different, whatever that pathway be. But like, you know, there's many paths. I've shared this with y'all before. There's many paths to doing something different. But like the main thing is, you know, if you've ever been locked up for anything drug or alcohol related, whether it be possession, violation of probation, stealing to obtain your drug of choice, under intoxication, DUI, or whatever, you know, if you've ever been incarcerated for anything substance related, then it's, you know, it's probably a good idea not to use, man, if you want to do something different. If you like me anyway, and these other guys that we've been talking to. But, you know, there's many different pathways, man. Recovery house setting and recovery community organization like McShin, you know, seems to be a pretty good plan, man. It's definitely changed my life. It's changed the other guys' lives that you've talked to, and it, you know, it could possibly be the path that you want to consider taking too. But anyway, we do this every week. Next week will be a regular group setting format. It'll be in the room that y'all are used to seeing, and we meet every week to, like I said, you know, 1,000 times, we meet every week just to show you guys that if we can do it, you can do it too, and this is how we've done it. That's our whole gig in a nutshell. And we call it Project Inside Hope, and we meet every Sunday at Hatcher Memorial Baptist Church. It's at 2300 Dumbarton Road in Richmond. And a wonderful place called the McShin Foundation allows us to use their facility and their filming equipment so that we can make this message possible to get to you guys and girls. So I thank you, and we'll see you again next week.